Hello, my name is Michael Martin, and welcome to Make a Meal, the difference between eating habits in Spain and the United States. Spain tends to run on a more Mediterranean diet, which includes a lot of protein, such as fish and chicken and rice and potatoes. Over in Spain, they also like ham, or jamon. It is very popular. It's all often served as its own dish, and typically is cut much more thin than it is over here in the United States, and is savored more often. As in America, it's mostly used in sandwiches and cut thicker, and we just kind of gobble it down. We're trying to get it done, move on to the next thing. Um, as far as meals go in Spanish, not Spanish, Spain in the United States. In Spain, breakfast isn't all that important. Breakfast usually consists of tostada, covered in a tomato spread or olive oil. So basically toast with a little spread, some olive oil. Olive oil is very big over in Spain, as Spain is a big producer of olive oil. And café con leche, which is basically coffee or tea with some milk or cream in it. So that is also according to De Morinville 2018. If you want to enjoy breakfast over in Spain, you're basically going to be eating a couple pieces of toast, having some coffee, and getting on with your day. Now, to us, that's not going to sound like that much because in America, we are taught that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast usually consists of anything from some toast, some eggs, some bacon, maybe a waffle or some pancakes if you're having a nice weekend meal with the family. If you're on the run, maybe before work or school, you might just want to roll down a bowl of cereal with some juice or some milk, maybe some coffee to go, because you want to make sure that your body has the proper fuel to function, whether you're going to work or school or whatever your day holds for you. Now, Spain's not going to seem like they're going to have that much on their stomach for lunch, and that's the point, because in Spain, lunch, it's kind of a big deal. Lunch consists of all 5 essential food groups, and they're usually brought out as 5 courses. In Spain, one way to typically eat that's usually popular is by ordering tapas, which are small portions of an entree, but they are given in smaller, more shareable portions with the people you're with. So it's kind of like an appetizer, but it's cheaper, and you end up getting to try more things and experience more of what the culture has to offer. Stores in Spain close around 2 p.m., and they won't open again until 5, generally. Some open sooner, some open a lot later. It depends on how the owner wants to, run the business. But they do this because the idea behind lunch is it's traditional to go home, make a big meal, eat with your family, and then after that, take a siesta or a nap. So they are getting quite the lunch break over in Spain compared to us, whereas in the United States, lunch is basically just a footnote in the average day. Lunch usually consists of any food establishment or restaurant near where you're going to work, or maybe where you go to school. If you're in primary or middle school, maybe high school, you're probably getting what you packed for lunch, or maybe what's in the school cafeteria. But it kind of varies. It depends on what you're feeling for the day. In the United States, most people get around a 30-minute lunch break, maybe an hour, and then they have to return back to their job. Schools operate the same way generally. And with all the food that's on the Spaniard's stomach at this point, and in the United States with having 2 relatively medium-sized meals, maybe 1 small and 1 medium-sized meal, we get to dinner. Now in Spain, dinner is never eaten before 9 p.m. For me, that's getting close to my midnight snack territory, so I don't know if I could be having a meal that late in the day. But even the restaurants in Spain don't open until around 8:30 p.m. because that's when it's customary for dinner to start. Start getting things prepped, open the doors, people start coming in. Dinner usually consists of smaller portions and is typically fresh fish or seafood, or maybe a portion of chicken and lamb, and it's usually served with rice or potatoes, and is often, what's the word? It's often served with an appetizer that is usually, a small salad or maybe a small thing of soup. So you're not eating too much, it's just a little bit to have right before you turn in. But also in Spain, it's also not uncommon for people to churn in after midnight. So you're going to be up for a little bit after you have this meal. In the summers, sometimes Spanish families don't churn in until around 3 a.m. in the morning. In the United States, dinner is around the biggest meal of the day, and dinner usually takes place for us around 4:30 to 7, sometimes a little later depending on work and things like that. But we're having dinner when they're still having lunch over in Spain, and dinner is usually viewed as a time after a long work day to relax and enjoy food. And for some people, just enjoy time with family, wind down after a long day, and then get ready for bed and go on to the next day. Here are my references, and thank you very much.